Alright lads, so it's a new week over on Bleach Soul Resonance, and with this update there is kind of a lot going on. Stuff that is currently now available on the Southeast Asia version of the game, and if you are on global, it will be here in around 10 or so hours time. A lot to look forward to, so let's quickly go over all the stuff that is coming our way over on Bleach Soul Resonance. So first and foremost, we have access to the Twisted Fate event once more. This is going to be your bingo event that we had in the past, where every day you can get a number of flip attempts. 10 a day in particular by sending stamina to a friend, logging in daily, and also consuming over 200 spiritual power. With that though, there is extra ways to get the flip attempts by just playing the game and doing challenges. Challenge battle rewind 2 times, run mutation 5 times for example. And with that you can see the rewards that you can get in. Most importantly, this is a good way to get spirit jades. So right now you can get access to 120 on the first page, and every few days there will be more. So day 3 you get access to the second page, day 5 you get access to the third page, and then day 7 you get access to the fourth page. I assume each page is going to offer 120 spirit jades. So from this event alone, which is something that you have 20 days to do, you are going to get 480 spirit jades. And also some extra items along the way, power-up items for example. Nothing too groundbreaking in terms of numbers here, but the main thing is going to be the spirit jades. Now after that, we are going to have the deck inspector. Flip the cards to find matching pairs following specific rules. This one does actually give, again, a decent amount of rewards here. Plenty of, resources to level up your characters and also weapons. But again, you are going to be getting spirit jades. And from this event alone, you are getting 300 spirit jades. Now this one is also very similar to the flip the card event, where it is time gated. You are going to get one in a day, 2 days, 3 days. So for the most part, treat that as a daily event. And this one is actually pretty fun because it doesn't require you consuming stamina. You just got to see the cards themselves. There's a lot of... I'm flopping it. Hold on. I'm being put on the spot. Let me see if I can actually do this in one go. Okay, there's the football. There's a bike. Bomb somewhere. Hold on. Do we want the bombs? Do I want the bombs? I don't know. I didn't prepare in advance. There's a cat. Cones. All right, here we go. Sheba somewhere. Where's the Sheba? There we go. Okay, here we go. There. And then this. There we go. And we don't want to get the bomb, I assume. But I guess they were slow, so we can steal 170 more points. So you definitely don't want to match the bomb card, because in this case, it does deduct 10 seconds from the time. So let's see if we can do that again. There we go. Trees there. Lovely. That's a bomb. So I think the stuff here is actually predetermined. So you can actually try and guess what it is. Hold on. I am terrible at this right now. There. And then that. There we go. Still free fire. So the points that you do get is actually stackable. So we've now gotten 260 points. So for the most part, you only have to do that 3 times a day. You have 2 weeks to do it, and over time you are going to build it up. So you can get 300 points a day. So for the most part, you're looking at around 30 spirit jades every day. But I believe as the days go by, as you unlock more, maybe you can reattempt this one daily. Or if anything, the next set of decks that you can unlock are going to get harder in difficulty, but also offer more points. Regardless though, I think after 3 days, so on day 4 of this event, you are going to be able to get all the rewards. If not, it's something you come back to daily to overall collect everything here. Again, 300 spirit jades in total. Now, over the last week, we had double drops in the supply section. Now, for the remaining week, we are going to get double drops in the realm of mutation. So make sure you are doing your 2 free runs daily and an extra run to overall try and get your best stamps possible. This is quite common knowledge, but in case you aren't aware, you definitely want to be doing this one, because it does let you pick the one you want, especially if you are going for pieces for Aizen, Gin, and also Kenpachi. Now, this might be one of the most fun things that we can see from Bleach Soul Resonance. So, as we all know, we do have access to the Trowel Tower. Recently, there was an update that did let you go past Trowel 15. That was the cap. Now you can go all the way to 25. And with that, each one is given spirit jades, but also a summon ticket too. So, plenty of rewards to get from here. I think in total, you can get 40 summon tickets and a lot of spirit jades. But alongside that, now available, we do have access to the limited time trial section. This is only available for the next 20 days, and there's also another section coming our way too, so plenty of content surrounding the trial tower, which I am liking. And this one is going to work a lot different. So as you'll see here, there is going to be the main reward as gold. So 1.5 million gold and also 300 of these fragments. So you can craft your own 5-star stamp sets. Unfortunately, maybe it's a good or bad thing. That is all it is giving. But I'm fine with this for now. I think we are fine with the rewards that we are getting. I definitely need a lot of gold. And 300 of these pieces are actually really solid if you can get all the rewards here. And what this does mean is that in the future, whenever the Trowel Tower does come back, the reward itself can always change and be something better or worse. I will say though, right now I am liking what we are getting. So there are plenty of Trowel Towers here, 15 I believe on each, right? But like I said, the way this is going to work is a lot different. So there is going to be resting characters. So clearing each trowel costs development points of the deployed character. And points recover by 1 every 18 hours, maximum of 2. So since this is here for 20 days, it's very important you are consuming your stamina for your deployed characters. So we go have a look at the team right now and have a look at the points that we do have. You'll see every character has access to 2. This is definitely going to reward those that have worked on plenty of characters. So definitely use your weakest characters at the start. That way you can get through the tower and then use your better characters when the content starts to get a little bit more difficult. But you want to make sure every 18 hours you are using your points. That way you aren't wasting deployment time for your units. Right now, it starts relatively easy. The first trial is only level 49, and then the final one goes up to 110. So it's going to get a bit difficult near the end, but any level 100 character with a good team is going to be able to clear trial 15. And you are getting bonuses here for 2 characters. So you have Slash and also Spirit. So I guess in that case, using my, old account right now, we can go with Ichigo as our main, and then Aizen as our side character. Again, when it comes to my main account, which we are going to do tomorrow on Global, we are going to likely start off with SR characters. If you worked briefly on SR Ichigo, maybe he'll be a good character to use here. Then again, to be fair, we maybe don't even need to bring a full team. Right now, it's probably better just to bring one singular character and just kind of brute force your way through it. Because you have 3 minutes to do this, right? I probably don't need to use Aizen in this quest, and I can save him for later. But 20 days with the deployment time that we have, I think you should be able to clear most, if not all, the stages. But you want to make sure you're not wasting any time on your characters. So let's see how this does go. It's relatively easy right now. Let's flash them out the way. Parry. There we go. So again, this is my old account that I've not really worked on all that much. Just been super casual here. But these are going to be good added up, I will be honest. And I think these imaginary fragments are a step in the right direction of them being more available to solve the problem with the, RNG factor of farming stamps. We are going to get another event in a week's time on day 15. Through the Symphony of War event, where when you get access to Full Fury, you do get to use limited time stamina, which you can get from this event here, right? The trial certificates, and that is going to give you access to an event where you get to select the stamp drops and boost the chance of receiving a specific basic stat. So farming gear in this game is a little bit annoying, but it is being made better by those few things we are getting this week and also next week. So from the looks of it, once you do clear a tower, which is 3 levels, that's when the point is consumed. So that means there are 15 towers, so 30 overall. That probably means you can just stick to one. Wait, is that Lottie? She's in the game? Hold on, that's kind of new. I wasn't expecting to see her here. Okay, Deroy I think we've seen before, but is this a new area too? I don't think so. I think it's where we fight Renji. It looks really cool though. So you should be able to finish the event strictly using one team. Oh, and now we have Nakim. Is he new? I actually can't remember. I think we're starting to see some new enemies here. So now up against Xiaolong. So yeah, if you have access to 2 to 3 teams, you can easily finish all 30 stages in the course of 20 days. And if you are currently playing since launch and you have level 100 characters, you also should be relatively fine. I guess depending how far this does go, this will be where having multiple characters in a role would be good to have. So if you have access to Ichigo and Kenpachi, this means you can just push a lot further on the first few days. Everyone should be able to finish the event by day 20. But for those that have access to, multiple SSRs in the future, you're going to be able to push a lot faster. So with that floor done, that is now trial 1 completed. And that should now consume 1 point of our characters. So if we go into the loopy section, you can see it now does say 1 out of 2. So I kind of like the idea of it. I actually really think this is a cool event, a great way to get some good rewards too. and overall more content. In this case, spaced out a little bit, you are limited on time because your characters have a resting periods. But what's actually really cool here, as I've just found out, is that the stamina for this stage, so if we have a look at the loopy fight, we can see that my Kisuke, Ichigo, and Aizen have 1 out of 2. But if we go over to the other Trial Tower, where you can get 1.5 million gold, which again is a lot. You need a lot of gold in this game. If we go here, you can see that my characters are now 2 out of 2. So really good that actually both towers are taking different stamina. They're not using the same stamina, which is really cool for your deployment characters. So yeah, you should definitely be able to finish all 15 trials in the course of 20 days. Plenty of time to do it, especially if you have multiple teams and multiple characters worked on. But I'm not sure if I did talk about it, but you can see in the top left, right, you are getting multiple bonuses for 2 typings, so they are encouraging not a mono team. So in this case, you know, if you were to use Kenpachi and Aizen, they're both dealing more damage. And I think that's probably for the best because, oh, we get to fight Noritora. So we get to see Noritora early. That's kind of cool. Kind of weird looking art, truth be told, I will be honest. So you might have a bit more fun through this game mode, seeing enemies that haven't technically been enemies just yet. Again, we saw Lolly earlier, and now apparently we can fight against Noritora. Doesn't seem to be his resurrection form, though. So yeah, right now it seems like there's a lot going on in Bleach Soul Resonance. There are new permanent stages to the Trial Tower. That has been out for the last week if you haven't already done that. The new limited Trial Tower game mode I think is really cool. And it's nice to see new content in the game that isn't just ranking events that we are seeing, you know, when a new character releases, even though they themselves are fun. And then we have our usual daily events, but this time some new stuff, flip the cards, and also like our bingo board type event too. So some really good rewards coming our way and a lot of cool content. Let me know what you like to think about it in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.